Thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed, if you felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So we've got two big stories now coming out today, both to do with Dazn, both to do with Sky, but we're going to touch on this one first, which is Dazn. So Dazn are apparently going to be coming to the UK and to Ireland. I assume, no, I'm pretty sure it's been pretty much confirmed that they're coming to Ireland as well. And I'm going to read it here. Now this was originally, I'm going to read it just verbatim throughout the whole day what was being said. So it says Dazn is probably going to launch in the UK in May as part of a new global streaming service. It is said the first fight will be Canelo versus Billy Joe or Callum Smith, probably Billy Joe, truth be told. Platform will be £4.99 a month, so £5. It says now official that Dazn is expanding to 200 plus countries. I'm seriously hoping, I'm pretty much sure it is, that Ireland will be in that, because I'll definitely be going for Dazn. So Dazn UK will have the rights to US Matchroom shows, Golden Boy shows and GGG shows. However, they won't have UK Matchroom shows. So Sky Sports shows will remain Sky Sports shows, or Anthony Joshua fights. Both those contracts are due to expire with Sky in 2021. It says here that this is the essential move. So it says moving to 200 territories, including the UK, starts with Canelo's May 2nd, the fight on May 2nd, I should say. Intentionally focus on boxing. We'll move into other sports. It'll be interesting to see what sports they go into. It says Matchroom US, obviously Golden Boy, GG Promotions. No Matchroom UK, rumour prices to be between £4.99 to £10. So a little bit dearer in Ireland, but I'll be willing to pay. Wow, let's talk about this. So I think this is a great move, personally, because it opens the door for Matchroom and Dazn to start working essentially exclusively, you know, in the UK come what, next year. Don't know when in 2021 the contract with Matchroom and Sky expires, but you got to imagine that Eddie Hearn is going to focus on Dazn. You know, they pumped a lot of money into Eddie Hearn. I know Sky have been good to Eddie Hearn, but I think moving forward, these streaming platforms where you pay your monthly subscription, I think that's the way forward, because you've got Canelo, who is the biggest star in world boxing on these streaming platforms. They're affordable. You know, £10, even if it is £10, that's cheaper, right? That is cheaper than Box Nation. You're paying, I think, £12 for Box Nation, and you get fuck all with that. You're getting a bit more fights now, but you're still getting fuck all compared to what you're getting with Dazn. And if that's £10, you need to jump on that shit. You need to get onto that. If they're throwing in more sports, all the more. I pay for BT Sport and Sky. I pay for it in my house, and my entire package altogether, when including them two, it's over €120. It's dear per month. I'm paying every month to be able to watch, you know, and that's not including the pay-per-views, because I do buy pay-per-views as well. So it's dear. Obviously, I don't pay a Box Nation subscription. I stopped paying that a long time ago. So it's dear. So obviously, and obviously I watch other sports as well, not just boxing. But if Dazn came in and they started, you know, showing fights, you know, fights in the UK as well, if they took over the Sky deal, which I think they probably will, because if you look at the Sky shows nowadays, they are getting weaker and weaker. You know, if you look at this weekend, we have John O'Carroll versus Scott Quigg. I'm sorry, people, that's not a headline show. That's an undercard fight. All right, if you put that on Usyk Chisora, fine. If you put that on the undercard of, you know, Povetkin versus Dylan White, fine. As a standalone fight night, no, mate, that is not a standalone fight night. You know, we don't have these, you know, we don't have these who's who stars coming through in the UK. You know, Eddie Hearn is putting Josh Kelly in there with David Avanesian. I think Avanesian has that fight. They're going to try and do it in the O2. Why? You know, that's the UK shows are kind of dipping. I think Sky know that. I think Eddie Hearn knows that. So I think that moving forward, he'll want to just put it all under one banner. And Eddie Hearn, I think he's invested with Dazn now. You know, they've put a lot of money in him. You know, he has this deal with him. I think Eddie Hearn is going to eventually just jump ship and go Dazn full time in 2021. That would leave an opening for Sky to get some smaller promoters in. Obviously, they've done that in the past with Dave Colwell, Frank Maloney. But the quality of those shows wasn't great. You know, they're really like the next gen shows that they do, you know, during the week sometimes. That's really what they were. So it looks like Sky and boxing, you know, that could go into the dark ages. It actually looks like BT Sport might be in a better position than Sky with boxing if Dazn and Eddie Hearn go there, like, take over the UK market. If Matchroom UK brings all their fighters onto Dazn in 2021. Again, I think this is a great move. You know, as I said, like I'm paying dear for Sky and for BT Sport. If these streaming platforms came in to the UK and to Ireland and we could, you know, pay monthly subscriptions, I would do that in a heartbeat. You know, if it was a case of BT Sport taking over, or if it was a case of Dazn, you know, taking over, say, Matchroom UK, I would cancel that Sky subscription, because I only really watch darts and a bit of football and boxing. And with darts, you can pay for their online streaming site. You could pay 60 quid a year, and you get everything. You know, you get the events, you get the European events, you get the TV events. That would be 60 quid that I'd pay for a year, and I'd never have to pay it again. Plus the Dazn subscription, whichever it is, we'll round it off to about, say, €15. That's good going. That's a saving. So I think this is a great move. If it's happening, I'm all for it. And you know, some people say, like, am I bigging Eddie Hearn up? I'm not bigging Eddie Hearn up. I'm looking out for the fans at the end of the day, because let's face facts, it's expensive paying for these, like, Sky Sports and things like that, especially if you're like me, who I do like other sports, but I don't watch an awful lot of football. I don't watch an awful lot of other sports. You know, I couldn't give a shit about cricket and stuff and sports like that. So I'm paying for, you know, Sky Sports, BT Sports, and there's a lot of sports I don't watch. You know, I'm only paying for it because I want to watch the boxing and stuff like that. If I don't have to do that, if I can get boxing under one platform and I'm paying a subscription every month and it's not that dear, I'm doing it, because it's just a no-brainer. You're saving so much money in the long run, and I'm all for it. I think it's a good thing. I'm so surprised that Dazn haven't come to the UK sooner. I think, is 2021 Eddie Hearn's, I think I forget how many years they gave Eddie Hearn, but I think it was under review after 3 years or something like that. So obviously after 3 years, Eddie Hearn's probably going to try and move it all onto Dazn, and you know, I'm all for it. All for it. I think ESPN need to follow suit, because I would love if ESPN, different story with ESPN, they're not with Frank Warren, they're with Bob Arum, so it's probably a bit different. Probably still have to pay BT Sport. BT Sport isn't actually that dear. I think I only pay like 20 quid for BT Sport. It's not that dear. And you know, I could live with that, but paying for the two platforms, you know, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. So I think it's a good move moving forward. I'm hoping that, you know, we get Dazn with the full Matchroom, you know, talent, you know, UK and US. For the Golden Boy shows, I don't think they showed Munguia versus Spike in the UK, which was not nice. I'm pretty sure they didn't show it here. I would have loved to have seen that here. You know, other Golden Boy shows that we don't get to see here. We don't get to see Ryan Garcia or guys like that. We have to go and look for them up the next day or try and stream them. You know, so it's more fights for us. We get these. We get Canelo. You know, we get Canelo versus Billy Joe, or Canelo versus Callum Smith. And I think eventually we're going to get guys like Anthony Joshua, you know, next year maybe we'll say, fighting on Dazn. So pay-per-view is done. We don't have to pay a subscription then pay a pay-per-view on top of it. So I'm all for it. I'm happy about this. So be interesting to see, like, the rate between euros and pounds isn't drastic at the end of the day. So if you're talking about £5, you're probably talking about 6.50 in terms of euros, give or take. So, you know, for boxing, I'm happy. I'll pay that, no problem. So I think it's a good move. Let me know what you think down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, of course, if you are new. And as always, I will talk to you after.